Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov called singer Alla Pugacheva an enemy of the people and a traitor for her recent interview, in which Pugacheva criticized the Kremlin's aggressive war in Ukraine and the Russian government. Although Kadyrov did not directly quote Pugacheva in his Telegram post, he did comment on what she said about Chechnya and Dudayev, the leader of the Chechen separatists and president of Chechnya from 1991 to 1996. In an interview with journalist Yekaterina Gordeeva on September 10, Pugacheva spoke of Dudayev as a polite, well-mannered, intelligent, handsome man. Kadyrov, in turn, said that Pugacheva talks nonsense, not understanding the most difficult period for the Chechen people. He accused Dudayev of hypocrisy and indifference to the problems of the Chechen people, and claimed that the war in Chechnya in 1994 was not started by the federal authorities, but by traitors like Pugacheva, like Berezovsky. Kadyrov fought against federal forces under Dudayev during the First Chechen War of 1994 to 1996. His father, Akhmad Kadyrov, was the mufti of Chechnya and Dudayev's comrade-in-arms. Later, Ramzan and his father went over to the Russian side and fought against the separatists. In 2015, Kadyrov called Pugacheva everyone's favorite person. He cited Pugacheva's marriage to Maxim Galkin as an example in response to criticism of a police chief in Chechnya marrying a minor. Kadyrov did not address Pugacheva's comments about the war in Ukraine, which have drawn criticism from pro-Kremlin commentators. The singer said in an interview, "Who likes this war? Nobody. Especially if it's being fought with brothers." Pugacheva said she considered it wrong to start new wars. She added that her husband, Galkin, was forced to leave Russia after being declared a foreign agent. The Kremlin has not commented on Pugacheva's interview. Pugacheva is one of the most popular Russian pop singers of the last decades. Her nearly 4-hour interview with Gordeeva has garnered over 17 million views on YouTube. "You can't imagine how sorry I am for what is happening in Ukraine. Everything will end and everything will return to normal, but it will not be possible to bring back the dead. Destroyed destinies, traumatized children," the singer said about the war in Ukraine. "There is such a concept, conscience. Conscience is more valuable than fame, luxury, and everything else," Pugacheva emphasized in another part of her interview.
Ukrainian forces hit a chemical facility deep in Russia's Perm Oblast that produces components for military explosives, demonstrating Kiev's expanding reach into Russian industrial targets. The attack was part of broader Ukrainian operations targeting Russian war-related infrastructure on the 13th to the 14th of September, including one of the largest oil refineries and railroads, said Euromaidan press media outlet. Drones struck the Metafrax chemicals plant in Bucha on the 13th of September, according to Regional Governor Dmitry Manohin, who reported no casualties and said the facility continued normal operations. Russian news channel Astra later identified the specific target: the newly built urea production workshop that opened just last year. The facility represents a significant strategic target due to its dual-use chemical production capabilities. According to defense publication Militani, the plant produces urea, a key component in ammonium nitrate mixtures that can serve as explosive filling for both civilian and military applications, including artillery shells and mines. While Metafrax Chemicals avoids public ties to Russia's defense sector, its parent company, Roshchem, supplies chemical products directly to military industries. Metafrax ranks among Russia's largest methanol producers and landed the 200th spot in Forbes' 2021 ranking of the country's biggest private companies. Local residents posted footage showing building damage and smoke rising from the facility, located approximately 1,600 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. while Ukrainians' intelligence later confirmed their responsibility for the strike. Russia's defense ministry claimed its air defenses shot down 80 drones overnight, though that number couldn't be verified. Intelligence services simultaneously struck railway lines that Ukraine's main intelligence directorate and special operations forces have now openly claimed responsibility for. The rail operations hit Oryol and Leningrad oblasts on the 13th to the 14th of September, an intelligence source told RBC Ukraine. These railway branches are critically important logistics links in supplying occupying forces in the Kharkiv and Sumy directions, the source explained. The goal: create major supply headaches that would substantially affect their ability to carry out active operations. In Oryol Oblast, explosive devices killed 3 Russian National Guard personnel during track inspections. Governor Andrei Klitschkov reported Leningrad Oblast saw a locomotive derail with 15 cisterns attached. Governor Alexander Drozdenko called them empty, but Ukrainian sources claimed they carried fuel. A separate derailment killed a train engineer. Russian investigators suspect sabotage in both cases.
Russia has suspended the work of another major oil facility amid Ukrainian drone attacks. Kyiv refinery in Leningrad region, one of Russia's largest refineries, stopped operations at a key technological unit following an attack by Ukrainian drones on Monday, Reuters reported, citing 2 sources. The unit accounts for nearly 40% of the plant's total refining capacity, which is about 20 million tons of oil a year, or 400,000 barrels a day, according to people who spoke on condition of anonymity. The furnace and several other equipment in the facility were damaged as a result of the attack, the sources said. Repairs could take about a month. To compensate for the damage, the plant reportedly plans to increase the volume of production in the operating sections to 20%. This is expected to allow the plant to maintain processing volumes at a level of approximately 75% of the nominal capacity. It should be noted that the Kyiv oil refinery processed 17.5 million tons of oil, which amounted to 6.6% of the total oil refining volume in Russia last year. Ukraine has scaled up attacks on Russia's oil facilities. According to the White House report last month, Ukrainian strikes disabled 20% of Russia's oil refining capacity during August.